I just think like you're given one life and it's down to you what you do with it. Like you can literally go in any direction. And when I've spoken about that before in the past, I have been slammed a little bit with people saying, you know, like it's easy for you to say that, you know, you've grown up and you've not grown up in poverty. You've not grown up, you know, with major money struggles. So for you to sit there and say that we all have the same 24 hours in a day, it's not correct. And I'm like, but technically what I'm saying is correct. We do. So I understand that obviously we all have different backgrounds and we're all raised in different ways and we do have different financial situations. But I think if you want something enough, you can achieve it. And it just depends to what lengths you want to go to get where you want to be in the future. And I'll go to any lengths. Like I've worked my absolute arse off to get where I am now.
Early in the morning.
What's going on, people? It's your boy Cam, Topical Juice, and I'm back with a hilarious video. Molly-Mae, you're finished. You're completely rubbed out with this opinion, man. It's so crazy because I've given Molly-Mae a lot of credit since leaving Love Island. I've given her a lot of credit. I really respected her for really grabbing the bull by the horns and using that Love Island opportunity to grow your influencer platform, create a business, create an empire, whatever you want, right? I gave you credit for that, Molly-Mae. Now, I could have been petty at the time. You know, I could have been like, oh yeah, Molly-Mae's great here, great here, great here. But she does have some advantages in this life. She does have some privilege in this life. I could have said that, but we don't really need to say that. That's just an additional point we don't really need to say. Because I thought we were all on the same page here. I thought we all understand our privilege, right? Clearly not. Molly-Mae is completely washed for what she said. Now, obviously, I've played the video at the start of this video and I want to get into it straight away because I'm actually kind of running late for work and I want to get this video done ASAP. So like the video for me, hit that bell to be notified for me, hit that subscribe button for me, and let's go. So, as you saw at the start of this video, I played a bit of the clip where Molly-Mae was talking about we've got the same 24 hours in the day, you know, we've all got the same hours in the day as Beyonce, and you know, if you want it enough, basically you just have to get it, and you know, this, that and the other. This woman, yeah, this girl categorically said, yes, we all have different financial situations. I understand that, which you don't. But if you want it enough, you can get it. Let me ask you a question. Do you think someone who's homeless, do you think they want to be homeless? I mean, some might. This is 2022. You got a lot of people who want different things. You got people that identify as a flipping broomstick, whatever. You got all kinds of random things, right? But let me ask that again. Do you think it's likely that someone who's homeless, do you think they want that? Do you think they're trying to stay there, or do you think they're trying to do everything in their power to change their circumstance? Oh, so if it's the latter, I wonder what's prohibiting them. Maybe it could be their drug addiction. To be fair, it could be their financial situation, which you've acknowledged. You know, it could be the lack of opportunities due to the fact they're homeless, they have no education, they can't get jobs. So now what? Unlike you, they might not have had parents, you know, that could support them financially, etc., etc. Yeah? Let me break this down, Molly-Mae, right? You are speaking solely and purely from a place of privilege, my darling. Yeah? Not everyone is as lucky as you. Yeah? What do we say to asylum seekers that have just come from war-torn countries with their two little daughter and son? Yeah, mum, dad, daughter, son, and they've just come from Syria or something like that, right? What do we say to them when they're just put in some random hostel or something or whatever? They're all living under the same roof. Do we say, you know what, guys? Even though you come from a war-torn country, you're absolutely broke. Yeah. If you want it enough, you can get it. Yeah. Yeah. You know, if you want it enough. You've got the same 24 hours, by the way. You asylum seekers, yeah, who are looking for asylum from war-torn countries. Last I checked, they've got the same 24 hours that we do. So what could it be that prohibits them from having the same advantages as Molly? You really don't have to be, right, a genius to work that out. You know, Molly-Mae has all the advantages in the world, so it's easy for her to sit there and say, you know what, I do work hard, and you're alright. This woman, yeah, is literally saying, if you're homeless, just go buy a house. Literally, if you're homeless, just go buy a house. Yeah? She's giving me Paris Hilton vibes, you know them just, if you're broke, stay away from me if you're broke or something like that, or whatever it is, or what's that picture that I used to see? Stop being poor, that's it, stop being poor. Now, don't get me wrong here. As I said, I gave Molly credit because I believe that she capitalized on her opportunity. And yeah, some people out there on YouTube are saying, yeah, you know, Molly, you do work hard and this, that and the other. And I don't disagree. I believe she does work hard. But how hard right? How hard did you really work? Like, I'm just playing devil's advocate now. How hard did you really work? Because last I checked, she's a creative director of $1 billion company. Yeah, she's a creative director, right? I can't remember. Is it Boohoo or something? One of them, Pretty Little Thing. One of them. She's a creative director, right? For $1 billion company with no experience and no qualifications, right? So when you say you actually worked your ass off, what do you mean by that? Because I'm trying to understand. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, as I said, you worked well and capitalised on your Love Island opportunity, your Love Island fame, your Love Island clout, and transformed that into money. You monetized that opportunity, great, I respect it. But when you say you worked your arse off, because for me, I'm working my arse off with this YouTube thing. I've got over 450 videos. People didn't see what it was like back in the day, last year. I've had poor Wi-Fi my whole life until about a year ago, literally. So no one didn't see when I was driving to Morrison's car park with my laptop and phone, hotspotting my laptop because my Wi-Fi was so rubbish, using phone data, etc. Literally uploading videos from a car park, bro. That's working your arse off, which no one gets to see that behind the scenes. They just see the video that goes out, do you understand? People like her, yeah, they don't understand because they don't come from it, do you understand? They don't understand it and they can't empathize because they literally came from like wealth or middle class. She was middle class minimum when she was born. Her parents had well-paying jobs, I think in the armed police force, armed forces, something like that. So they were enjoying life. Yeah. Now I'm talking from someone who's experienced both. You know, in the latter half of my life so far, I've lived a real comfortable life in terms of the house I live in. Do you understand? The bed that I sleep in. You know, I can comfortably say that the house I live in right now is middle class. You understand? I'm happy. Even to be fair, even the last one before we moved, right? But I also know what it's like to sleep on the floor, bro. Do you understand? Yeah. So if it ain't a king, if it's not a king size bed, it was a mattress on the floor. I can empathize what it's like. Even little things like not being around my mum because she has to work. So I'll be at a youth club or after school club, whatever, and then I see my mum in the evening for a couple hours. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. You know, that's what normal people have to do. That's a normal life. That's what most people in the world have to go through. You know, we have to struggle for a while and not really have the best life or whatever, not be the richest life or not be the most comfortable, disposable income life. But then eventually, you know, you grow and you earn more and you create opportunities for yourself. And that's the journey coming from not having much or whatever, or having minimal to having the most. Right? But she doesn't understand that her starting point was already higher than most people. So it's easy for you to sit there and say, you know what? Yeah, you know, I've worked hard. I've built all this. And yeah, I've kind of done it on my own just because I've got the same 24 hours as everyone else and I'm just work hard. Unfortunately, love, that's not how it works. Yes, you might have worked hard or you might have capitalized on opportunities, but you need to understand your privilege. Yeah? Now, I didn't want to bring race into this until the last minute, but she's even got that privilege as well. You know, she's a young white woman who, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you now, a black woman in her exact situation would not have bust the same way Molly did. And it's that simple. It's not a race thing, I'm not making it about race, but that's an additional point that literally it's a factor, do you know what I'm saying? So anyway, listen, Molly, you're washed for this statement. I'm gonna take back the credit that I gave you. Admittedly, like it might sound harsh, but I do retract that credit I gave you because of your ignorance, your naivety. Do you understand? Your kind of narrow-mindedness to think that you just had to work hard in this life. You know, that's such a kind of privileged, almost right-wing way of thinking. You know, completely disregarding everyone else's financial, economic, social situations. What do you think people that are just in the hood? Do you think they're just lazy? Is that what you think it is? They're just lazy and they don't work hard enough. So do you think if you were born and raised in whatever, Peckham, Lewisham, Harlesden, whatever, yeah, deep in the trenches, yeah, do you think just working hard creates your opportunities? No, the system's been flawed, the system's been rigged. And you're just talking from a place of privilege, do you understand? It's easy for you to talk like that, Molly. Washed opinion completely. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. I'll see you lot soon. Peace.